Satchidanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Pratasmarami Hruti Samspuradatma Tattvam Satchitsukam Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam Yetvapnajagara Sushuptamavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sanghaha. Brahmara, do you consider our chanting the Atma Bodha verses from the beginning till now as a welcome thing, or it will occupy a lot of time?
No, I think it's a good thing because number one, we will all get used to listening to it.
Okay.
And then the import of the meaning might just come. So I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Tapo bhikshena papanam shantanam vetaraginam mumukshunam apekshoyam Atma Bodho vidhiyate bodhonya sadhanebhyo hi sakshan mokshaika sadhanam pakasya vannivat jnanam vina moksho na siddhyate avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet Vidya vidyam nihantyeva tejastimira sanghavat parichinna iva jnanat tannashe sati kevalaha swayam prakashate hyatma meghapayam shumaniva. As we chant these, the meanings must be obvious to all of you. Right? Ajnana kalusham jivam jnanabhyasadvinirmalam krutva jnanam swayam nashet jalam katakareduvat. Sorry. Samsara swapna tulyo hi Ragadveshadi Sankulaha Swakale Satyavadbhati Prabodhe Satya Sadbhavet Tavat Satyam Jagadbhati Shuktika Rajatam Yatha Yavanna Jnayate Brahma Sarvadhishtanam Advayam. From this verse, 8th verse onwards, some 2-3 verses, it is all about creation. It's all about creation which is not. Like it is the dream world which is not. The dream world we have created, is it? Is it there? Is it a Trikala Abhatita Vastuvu? Does it have a Nitya Sattvastam?
Nana, just one little request, because not everybody is well versed in Sanskrit. So when you're asking a question in Sanskrit, please also kindly give that the meaning in English, so everybody is on the same page.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So,
I request everybody to just mute yourselves as you join in so that it doesn't disturb everybody else. Thank you.
Now this verse, 8th and maybe up to the 10th or 11th verse, It's all about creation. How it came about. How did we create our dream world? Our dream world, in the dream world we have created, in every little bit of our own creation, we were there. Is it not? In whatever we have created in the dream world, we have been there. Let it be animate or inanimate. We have been there. Let it be a river or a forest or a bird or a tiger. We have been there. We have been in and through that. So too with creation. Bhagavan has created out of Maya. Maya, he can wield Maya. Maya is under his control. And using Maya, he has projected this world. And this world, not only this world, so many worlds he has created. And all these worlds are what? Sarga sthiti layanyanti budbudani eva varini. Sarga means taking birth. Sthiti means been dancing for some time. Layanyanti means, layan means destruction. Yanti means they attain to. Destruction they attain to. Budbudani eva varini. Like even the bubbles in the lake, in the water. Upadane akhiladhare jaganti parameshware. For all these worlds, the upadana karana and the total support is what? The Parameshwara. And all these worlds, the Jaganti, Sargastitilayanyanti. The Jaganti means the worlds. They take birth as though remain for some time and they vanish later. Budbudani va varini. Right? Budbudani va varini. Now Budbuda, in front of our eyes, it takes birth and dances for some time in the water. It traverses some time, some distance, and then gets product. It goes away. Is it not? So too, Acharya is saying all the worlds are also like that. Budbudani eva varini. It's
like in the dream world, we are our own creating. We are creating a
Correct.
dream, a world every time we dream. Almost, every day there's a new world that is created.
True.
And it seems as if it is real at that time. But then the moment you wake up, you know that it is not real.
Yeah. You can dismiss all that.
So the world, we can say, is the dream of God.
The worlds have come up from?
The world is a dream of God.
Dream of God, dream of Brahma.
Not a dream of Brahma. He was awake when he created.
Oh.
Because the Shruti Vakya is there to support what I said. So, Kamayata Saha, that Brahma, Kamayata, he desired. Bahusyam Prajayete, may I multiply. And then afterwards he created. It's not as though in his dream he created.
Okay.
The dream.
As we create with our desire, our world.
Correct. See, the dream state and the deep sleep state are two beautiful states given by Paramatma to us to keep on thinking about them, keep on meditating about them, and get to grips with what he is. Good. These are two beautiful avasthas. Okay.
So, nice.
Yes, sir.
So does that mean God also thinks? Brahman also thinks, I mean, does he have sankalpa?
No, he has sankalpa. He has satsankalpa. We have sankalpas. Some of them are satsankalpas and most of them are not. Okay? If you want to know whether God also dreams, you must look at the time span, of which we will discuss separately as we go by. Okay? The time spans are very, very astonishing. I'll cover that one of these days. It requires almost half a day for that. Half a day means at least half an hour. We will do that. So that will answer Madam's question whether God dreams. Yeah, he does dream, but he does not dream during daytime. And during daytime only we are. In his night time, we get dissolved. We will cover all that, right? So, Upadhane, Akhiladhare, Jaganti Parameshware. Akhiladhare is what? Is an attribute of Parameshwara. For Akhila, Akhila means for Sarvam. Adhara, he is a support of all. Upadana, material cause. He is not only the material cause, and is a support of all. That Parameshwara, in him, the worlds Jaganti, Sargastitilayanyanti, Budbudani Varini. Okay? Now, can we go to the next verse or any doubt on this? In lighter vein, I would like to ask, not ask, answer what Madam has asked. Does God also dream? Yes, he does. And when he sleeps, we are not there. When he sleeps, we are not there. Simple, that is pralayam. The Lord's sleep is pralayam. And in that pralayam, we are all sucked in with all our samskaras, our sanchita karma, etc., everything. Everything is pushed into that. And when God wakes up, all of us are thrown up. We'll see this. Now, ninth verse. Satchidatmanyanashyute nitye Vishnu prakalpitaha vyaktayo vividha sarvaha hatake katakadivat. When you visit, what is that famous shop in Bahrain? Hello, that gold shop?
Joy Alukas.
Joy Aluka.
Yeah.
Joy Aluka. When you enter any big shop like that, my God, how many different kinds of ornaments, how many kinds of the same ornament made in different styles. Same ornament means like a necklace. Necklace made in different styles. Okay, rings are made in different styles. And the bangles, different styles. The hairpins, different styles. My God. See, all these things have come about from where? These are manifestations of the same material called gold. Hatake. Hatake means gold. From gold, in gold, Katakadivat. Kataka Kundaladivat. Kataka is what? Bangle. Kundala is what? Earring, etc. That kind of a thing. Like that. Satchidatmanyanashyute. In the all-pervading Satchit Atma. Sat is what? We must keep on reminding ourselves as to what is Sat. Because that will help us go by. Sat kim. Very right.
That doesn't get distracted.
Very right. Chit kim.
Jnana Swarupa.
I want somebody else also to answer, please.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the Jnana Swarupa of the Satchitananda, Ishvara.
Jnana Swarupa of the Satchidananda. Okay. 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 Instead of giving that appellation, Jnana Swarupa of Ishvara, it is Jnana Swarupa. Because the Jnana Swarupa even you can claim when you can knock off the Ajnana.
Yes, 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 correct.
Okay, when you say Jnana Swarupa of Ishvara, it is as though excluded. Then our study becomes futile.
Okay.
Atma Vidya, Atma Bodha, that study becomes unimportant. So, Chit is what? Jnana Swarupaha. Okay. Jnana Swarupaha means what? It is because of which any jnana can take place. It is because of which any jnana can take place. Like light can claim, it is because of me that you can find any object. In my presence, there is no hiding of any object. All objects I will reveal. Like that. Jnana also says, I will reveal. Right. Sachidatmanyanisyute Nitye Vishnu Prakalpitaha. Prakalpitaha is superimposed. Prakalpitaha means projected. Prakalpitaha, projected. Nitye Vishnu, in the eternal Vishnu. Sachidatmani Anusyute, in this Vishnu, who is Sarvagataha. Vishnu means what? Not the Vishnu who sits in Vaikuntha and things like that. Vishnu means is like Brahma. Brahma. We have been talking of Brahma, isn't it? Vyapakatvat Vishnuhu iti vichyate. Vyapakatvat means what? Because of the expansive nature. It is so expansive like Akasha. Right? That is Vishnu. So, in that eternal Vishnu, all these are projected like what? Vyaktayaha, Vividaha, Sarvaha. Whatever is visible to us. Vyaktayaha, Vividaha, Sarvaha, Vividaha, Jivaha, Vividaha, Parvataha, Vividaha, Nadyaha. Is it not? Vividaha, Sambandhaha, Vividaha, Ragadveshaha. All these, Vyaktayat, Vividha, Sarva, Hatake, Kataka, Divat. Like even in a bar of gold, all these things as though they have come about, as though they have taken prasuti. Prasuti means they have been delivered. They have been delivered through the bar of gold. The bar of gold has started delivering. And uninterrupted delivery. So many things. Whatever you wish, it is there. Whatever you did not wish also, it is there. Vyaktaya vividha sarvaha hatake katakadivat. It is important to note now here that in the Sarvagataha Vishnu, in the Sarvagataha Ishvara, earlier verses said Ishvara. Akiladhare Jaganti Parameshware. That those words are kind of synonyms in the Vedanta Vichara. Brahma, Ishvara, Vishnu, these are synonyms. What is to be understood is all these Budbudani Varini, that should not be forgotten. In the 8th verse we have seen Budbudani Vavarini. They remain for some time and they vanish. And when they vanish, what happens in the Varuni? In the waters, when one bubble goes, another bubble reappears. Is it not? So too, Parameshwara has as though created these worlds. When some worlds dissolve, some more worlds will surface. Okay? Vyaktayaha vividhaha sarvaha hatake katakadivad. And the piece of the bar gold will be watching all these katakadivat. Aha, these are all my children. This is my grandchild. This is my great-grandchild, etc. What is a grandchild? When something is made and later on, okay, the lady who has worn that till then has decided to change it to some other shape, that becomes a grandchild. So even the grandchild is mine. I am everywhere and nobody knows me. Because of me, all those things are. In my absence, none is. Right? Now, can we go to the next verse? Any doubts? Yeah. Yatha kasho prushikesho nanopadhigato vibhuhu tadbhedat bhinnavad bhati tannashe kevalo bhavet. Yatha akasho prushikesha nana upadhigato vibhuhu. In the akasha, in space, so many things are there. Like who? Like you, I. Like the bird and the fish. All these things are there in the akasha. Akasha means space. When you say fish in water, even that water is there in space. Right? So, like even in akasha, all these things are there because of Upadhi Bheda. Upadhi Bhedat Bhinnavad Bhati. They look as though they are different. Whatever is in Akasha, whatever is in space, Akasha means space. Whatever is in space looks as though each one of them is distinct and different from each other because of Upadhi Bhedat. Same thing. Nanopadhi gato vibhuhu tadbhedat bhinnavad bhati tannashe kevalo bhavet. When the upadana is removed, upadana is what? The material cause is removed. What remains? When the material cause is removed, what remains? You remain.
Gold only.
You remain, correct. When all those ornaments are removed, drawn back into the gold bar, what remains? Gold bar remains. When all these jivas are withdrawn into Vishnu, what remains? Vishnu remains. The other way around. In all the jivas, supposing all the jivas have become jivan muktas, all of a sudden, what happens? They have dropped their upadhis. Upadhi bhedam, that is not there. Aham na stola shariraha, aham na sukshma shariraha, aham na karana shariraha, aham turiyaha, jnana swarupaha, satchit ananda swarupaha, iti svenaiva jnayate tat jivan muktaha. That what is what we have picked up in the Tattva Bodh. Jivan muktaha kaha. Who is the jivan mukta? Madiyam shariram, madiyaha pranaha, Madiyaha, Bandhutvaha, etc. iti Svenaiva Jnayate. With what how he knows all this, in such a manner, he knows firmly, Naham Shariraha, Naham Jivaha, Parantu Satchit Ananda Swarupaha, Chidananda Rupaha, Ahameva Sat. All these proclamations will come when once the Ajnana Kalusham Jivam Jnana Abhyasat Vinirmalam, when that happens. When that happens, all these proclamations will come. Till then, it looks as though for listeners like us, that it may not be possible after all. It is possible because a lot of Mahatmas have gone that way, treading that path, and they have benefited from that. So, yadhakasho hrushikesho nanopadhigato vibhuhu tadbhedat bhinnavadbhati tannashe kevalo bhavet. Tannashe applies to what? Tatnashe. What is that tat? Here, tannashe means what? That tat is what?
The Upadhi.
Correct. The Upadhi. Upadhi nashe kevalo bhavet. They alone remain. They alone remain. Right? Any doubt on this?
Yeah, here this nano padigato vibhuhu, right? The upadana karana for the whole creation is nothing but Brahma.
Correct.
Correct? But
Correct.
what is that decides the diversity? Why is there so much diversity? And what is that Upadhi Beda that differentiates one from the other?
The diversity is decided by our samskaras. Like I was saying, Brahmaji, when he is awake, we are there. Right? We are there. And when he sleeps, he may dream, but we are not there. We don't know whether he dreams. Right? And during Brahmaji's day, so many yugas will roll by. We'll cover that one of these days. So when Brahmaji creates Nanopadhi, how we are different, it's because of our samskaras. Like I said, when Brahmaji sleeps during his night, all of us are sucked into Avyaktam. And when we are sucked into Avyaktam, with our samskaras we are sucked into. With our backpacks we are sucked into. And when Brahmaji wakes, Sargaha happens, Srishti happens. And it happens, you come out with your backpack, I come out with my backpack. That is how we are different. And all these are nicely preserved. These backpacks are not touched, they are preserved.
But somewhere we must have started with the samskaras. So what was that first samskara which gave us the avidya?
Who is asking?
Mrinal.
A jnani is asking or an ajnani is asking?
Ajnani is asking.
So when ajnani is asking, okay, that question is because of ajnana, isn't it?
Yeah.
When did the first samskara happen? Is not a very legitimate question. Because it is linked to when did the first janma happen? The Vedanta says there was no janma. You wake up, there is no janma at all. Ajnana kalusham jivam jnana abhyasad vinirmalam. Krutva jnanam swayam nashyet jalam katakarenavati. We have covered that verse, isn't it? When such is the case, Vedanta, how can it answer your question? When did the first samskara happen? When did the first janma happen? Okay, supposing I say first janma happened then. So before the first janma, was there jnanam? Before the first janma. Isn't it? Jnana must be there, no? So in the presence of jnana, how did the first janma take place? That is why I said, the question does not seem to be legitimate. It is a question posed by an ajnani like you and I. And for that Vedanta says, hey, wake up. You are neither born nor will you ever die. Najayate mriyate va kadachit. Na ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. Ajaha nityaha shashvataha puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Beautiful verse from the second chapter of the Gita. Najayate, it is never born. Namriyate, it never dies. Najayate namriyate kadachit. Nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha. It's not as though it has been now and it will not be then. It is always that it has been. Ajaha, it is unborn. Ajaha, nityaha, it is eternal. Shashvataha, it is permanent. Ajaha, nityaha, shashvataha, na hanyate, it's not destroyed. Hanyamane sharire. When the sharira is destroyed, this is not destroyed. This is what? Atma. Avinashatu tadvidhi. Arjuna, understand. Avinashi. Atma is avinashi. Avinashatu tadvidhi. Yena sarvamidam tatam. And with that avinashi, Atma, which is you, yena sarvamidam tatam, the entire jagat is vyaptam, is enveloped, not just by me, by you, who is none other than I. That is what the prabodha of the Gitacharya is. Avinashatu tadvidhi, yena sarvamidam tatam, vinasham avyayasyasya, na kaschit kartumarhasi. That kind of a thing called Atma, which is avinashi, indestructible, who can ever, with whatever implement, ever think of destroying?
So can we say that this is the, now when you say there is no beginning or end, I can't even say it's a journey we started.
Yeah.
Is it from the avidya towards vidya?
Say it again,
At least that, is this our journey from ignorance, from the ignorance to the knowledge?
Very right. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mruchyorma mrutangamaya. That's another Upanishad mantra. Asato ma sadgamaya. From Asat, lead me on to Sat. Mruchyorma mrutangamaya. Mruchu is what this janana manana samsara pravaha is mruchu. And lead me on to amrutatvam. Our journey is very rightly, like you said, madam, is from ignorance to lower, I wouldn't say lower ignorance to jnanam. From ignorance to jnanam. Like megha paye amshumaniva, beautiful simile Acharya has given. Megha paye amshumaniva. When the cloud has dispersed, what was hidden by the cloud is the brilliant sun. The brilliant sun shines in all its glory. Megha paye amshumaniva. Only thing is that Megha we must substitute with what? With our mind. The mind's kalmasha is the Megha. If the kalmasha is removed, Megha apaye. Megha has gone, kalmasha has gone. Swayam prakashate hi atma, Megha apaye amshumaniva. Swayam prakashate, by itself it shines. It shines by itself. Swayam prakashate hi atma, Megha apaye amshumaniva. Yeah.
There are some questions. Yeah, there are some people have questions, Nana. Dr. Renu has actually put it in the chat if you can read that.
Dr. Chandra, you can read it on my behalf.
Okay. Okay.
I did not understand Brahman. Other question?
And the question is, if Brahma is within us, and me and him are the same, then are we praying to ourselves when we pray in bhakti and devotion? Is the question.
Yep. In fact, if we are praying to ourselves with bhakti and devotion, that is the most supreme type of bhakti. This kind of a thing, there have been people who have done it, like Shri Ramakrishna. Shri Ramakrishna has done prayers to himself, puja to himself. Because the Shastra Vakya says what? Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. Only thing is, when you have got a lot of doubt whether you are indeed Brahma, when all the doubts are shattered, Ajnana Kalusham Jivam Jnanabhyasat Vinirmalam. That Jnanabhyasat, when all the doubts are shattered, where is the difficulty? Aham Brahmasmi. Tat Tvam Asi. That is the Guru Upadesha. That is the Upadesha Vakya. Hey, what you are seeking? Tat Tvam Asi. You are indeed that. I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahma. This is another Mahavakya. Prajnanam Brahma. Brahma is Prajnanam. And what kind of Prajnanam you did not have in the dream state? What you did not have? You created things from out of yourself, which are ordinarily not creatable even by the greatest of scientists. How do you answer that? Is it not? You created stars, galaxies, falling meteors. Okay? All those things. And as though, and some huge meteor was falling on the earth, and then you woke up with a fright. All this creation is by you, isn't it? You have that power. When you have that power, you are indeed Brahma. Only thing is, you don't know. I don't know. But Shastra says, hey, you wake up. You are that. All your efforts lead you to realize that you are that. You are none other than Brahma. You are that. Tvam Brahmasi, Tattvamasi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. And does that answer your question, madam?
What is Prajnanam? Prajnanam.
Okay, thank you. Do we go to the 11th verse?
There are some more have raised their hands. Dr. Mara, you can ask your question.
No, Meg, maybe I missed it when you talked about the various Upadhis. On that one, I wasn't sure what that mean, like Upadhis, conditionings. Is that various things that was
Yeah. If I understand, what is Upadhi? Is it not?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Upadhi is the material cause.
Okay.
Like in the kitchen, you make use of the wheat dough to make chapati or puri or whatever, etc. The wheat dough is the upadana karanam. And you become the nimitta karanam. You are the Brahma. Because you have the knowledge of how to make puris, chapatis, okay, pulkas, etc., etc. All these variants of the wheat products, you only know. You can create a whole universe of wheat products. You are Brahmaji. But when you are creating all these, for your creation, okay, what is required?
The material.
Material, yes. And
knowledge.
The nimitta karanam is there. What else is there? How does puri come about? You put the tawa on that, put some oil in that. Does puri come?
You have to cook it, like a fire to...
Fire is required.
Correct, yeah.
Pakasya vannivat. Don't forget the earlier verses. Pakasya vannivat. For food preparation, for cooked food. Vannivat, like even fire.
Fire is needed.
Vina moksho na siddhyate. Without jnanam, moksha is not possible.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, madam?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Upadana karanam means material cause. For any creation, like I said, 3 causes will be there. One is the upadana karanam. Another is the nimitta karanam. That is the efficient cause. The third one generally is considered to be the instrumental cause. Take the case of the potter, for instance. Or take the case of the goldsmith. For the goldsmith, upadana karanam is that piece of gold, that lump of gold is the upadana karanam. And the goldsmith himself is the nimitta karanam. What is the instrumental cause? The anvil on which he puts this and keeps on beating them to different shapes and produces beautiful ornaments. That becomes the instrumental cause. Now, when Brahmaji created this Jagat, he could do it without the instrumental cause. He did not beat all of us on some anvils and produce us. He simply wished and we were.
Okay.
So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti satapotapyata. He went on thinking. Satapastaptva, having designed. Idagum sarvamasrujata, all this he created. He created. He simply, like even, like rava, that wheat grain, that fine grain wheat, that supposing you throw in your backyard like that, then how does it spread? Like that, he has made that kind of a creation, right? Projecting all of us. And after projecting all of us, he's decided to enter all of us. When he has entered all of us, where is he not? Like somebody else has asked, when we are praying, are we praying to ourselves? Yes, that is the best of prayers. You keep on praying, Aham Brahmasmi, keep on doing that mantra every day, a number of times, and you will notice your kalmashas in the mind will slowly drop. Because you realize when you are saying I am Brahmasmi, and Brahma has no attachments. Aham Brahmasmi, and Brahma does not have any dvesha. Aham Brahmasmi, aham Brahmasmi, aham Brahmasmi. Brahma has perhaps only preferences, no ragas. Raga dvesha rahitaha. And you are troubled by trigunas. Aham Brahmasmi, aham Brahmasmi, aham Brahmasmi. Brahma does not have the sattva rajas tamo guna problem, because these are a part of Maya, which are his child. Brahmashraya Maya. This Maya is because of Brahma. If Brahma is not, Maya is not. If Maya is not, Brahma is. So Maya does not have any independent existence. Brahma always has the independent existence. And that Brahma has created all of us, entered all of us. And because he entered all of us, we have this jnana. We have this faculty called the capacity to understand. We have the capacity to listen. We have the capacity to see. We have the capacity for the feel of the sparsha. Okay, we can pick different types of gandhas, the smells. All these are possible because of his presence in us. Right? And because of his presence in us only, we are able to, as though like his child or like his grandchild, in our dream state, we are as though showing him, hey Tata, I can also create. I am creating. See this world. Are you pleased? Right? Yeah. That kind of a thing.
There is another, Suma, you wanted to ask something? You've raised your hand for a while.
Yeah, thank you. So the diversity, this is my understanding. So the diversity is caused by the 5 elements and the trigunas. And so whenever we hear that all this is a play and display of the divine, and we have come out from the diversity, and the ajnana that stuck to these various bodies is again a play of the divine. And the process of elimination of this ajnana is also possible only by the grace of the divine. So I guess that is why, or that's how I come to the conclusion that we are never born or we have no death. Yeah. But this is all at the conceptual understanding. And when will that become an experiential understanding is my
yeah, that only you can answer, madam. When will that happen can be answered by you only, because you are the one who is putting in the effort, the self-effort for self-knowledge. How much of self-effort is adequate, you would know. How well the mind is cleansed, you would know. How well you have purged raga and dvesha, you would know. So the answer to your question only you can give. When will that happen? Yeah, it's a beautiful question. When will that happen? Kala Kramena, it will happen. It surely will happen, because that has been a promise by Bhagavan. Nahi.
Thank you.
Kalyana krut kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. The one who does auspicious things, like we are all satsang members, and what we are doing is auspicious. Nahi kalyana krit kaschit. Nobody who is a kalyana krit durgatim tata gacchati. He does not attain to the bad ways at all, bad janmas at all. It's a promise of Bhagavan.
Thank you, Jai Gurudev.
Do we have time for another verse?
No, there are some more questions. There's one, Manjusha has asked, if ultimate is to merge in Brahma and we are that Brahma, then why all this Maya for what? Because we are already that Brahma.
Yeah, very right. We are already that Brahma. But do you know that you are Brahma? Or you are told you are Brahma? If you are simply told you are Brahma, does it satisfy you? Or you want to be Brahma? In spite of infinite sorrows for you day in and day out, if you are told you are an Ananda Swarupaha, does it satisfy you? Or you have to rediscover your Ananda Swarupa? So, what has Shastra given to us as a mere input? It is only to propel us into proper action for self-effort to realize who we are. We are not yet that. Aham Brahmasmi, that is what Shastra says. But we know we are what? Kinchignaha, Alpagnaha. I know very little. I am a small fellow. How can I be Sarvagataha Brahma? How can I be the all-pervading, all-enveloping Brahma? Though Shastra says, when can I realize that? By self-effort. Tapo bhikshena papanam shantanam vitaraginam mumukshunam apekshoya Atma Bodha abhidhiyate. So all those things have to be put in. These questions easily can be asked. Questions, because you know why questions can easily come? Questioning is from jnana or ajnana. Any question, is it because of knowledge or ignorance?
Ignorance.
Ignorance, we are personified. We are all personified ignorance species.
No. It is jnana of ignorance.
Yeah. What did you say, sir?
It is from jnana of ignorance.
What was that?
He said it is from the jnana of ignorance.
It is the jnana of ignorance. What does it mean?
Means I know that I am ignorant. From that, the question comes.
True. But when the Shastra says, because we have the Vishwasa in the Shastra Vakya, we will go forward holding the Shastra Vakya as the support. All questions will arise. Answers also Shastra gives. But the answer also is just an input to us. It is an input to the intellect for it to appreciate, oh. And afterwards what? After this, oh, what? You have to make an effort to realize the essence of the Shastra Vakya. Self-effort is required. Like the earlier madam is asked, when can we realize? When can we realize? You can only answer. It will be commensurate with your effort, with your self-effort.
There is another question. Most of us perform puja to Shiva, Saraswati, Durga, and many gods with rituals like Havan and puja rituals. But if we pray to Brahma within us, then is there any need of such rituals?
No. Those rituals, why do you perform? If you can answer that, the answer will come from you only. Why do you perform those rituals? Some puja to Shiva, to Parvati, Mother Parvati, Ganesha, etc. Why do you perform?
To discipline us.
To discipline you. For what?
To realize the thing that I am.
Is it not? And your question is, when we are doing this, and we know we are Brahma, if we do prayer to Brahma, is it not adequate? Do we have to do these rituals? Now the answer is available to you, sir. Yeah. When you are praying to Brahma, that is, you are kind of praying to yourself. Yes. You are trying to be nearer to Brahma, which is you. The other rituals are not required. All other rituals are done for mana parishuddhyardham. All those things are done for cleansing the mind. If you think your mind is clean as it is, and you can keep on praying to Brahma directly, hey Brahma, you are with me. I am you. There is no difference. When there's no difference, why don't I see you? Why can't I experience you? You fervently ask, keep on doing japa of that. That's wonderful. Nothing like it. It should not be just one day. It should be for all times, till you have realized. If it is done one day, another day, it just becomes a plaything. Afterwards, it is forgotten. You will come back to the rituals.
Okay. Can I ask one question?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We generally do all this for self-realization. So after self-realization, we are trying for moksha. So one question it keeps coming in me is, when there is a complete resolution, the God resolves everything into him, and there's nothing except him after eternity is over. So what is the, again, we think that for moksha, I will not take birth again. So I'm trying for self-realization and moksha. So is there any meaning when everything gets resolved? Even whoever does papa, there is no meaning of punya then. That is what this question keeps coming ever and ever.
True. When one has realized oneself, which is moksha. Moksha is what? Getting freedom. Freedom from what? The bondage. Bondage of what? Bondage of raga dveshas. The bondage of raga dveshas, you are seeking freedom which you have got. When you have got that, you are a jivan mukta. You are a moksha swarupi. There is no other ritual that you need to undertake. There is no other prayer. You are like megha paye amshumani va. That megha of ajnana in you has gone. And swayam prakashate hi atma. And the atma which is you, swayam prakashate, by itself it will shine. Like even the sun when the cloud is removed. There's no other thing. Only thing is that stage can be only imagined by us now, but our effort must be to realize that.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay.
I think Madhuri ji also had a question. Nana, can you take another question? Are you still there?
Okay.
Madhuri.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Go ahead, Madhuri.
Beautiful, beautiful session. And that's what like Aham Brahmasmi, all these ultimate knowledge. But to make this as my own experience, I think that purification is to be done. That is our Purushartha. And for that only Gurudev has given this all sadhanas, no? All sadhana, seva, satsang and all this. Because otherwise it is just words that Aham Brahmasmi. So the gap is like, and this cleansing for how long, and when that thing dawns, I don't know how to really make these two things, that imaginary and then cleaning, and then my own real experience, this travel, this shift in the consciousness. Can you please a little bit guide on this?
But we should not worry about when it would happen. We should be confident, certainly it would happen. That it would happen is for sure, because that's an assurance given by the Shastra. Vedanta Vakya is for all times, for all peoples. And it is one to be believed initially and step by step to be used for putting into practice so as to realize the essence of the Vedanta Vakya. As to when I would realize, should not be a bothering influence on us. It's okay, it happens. Let me keep on doing.
Here, can I just ask something? There is an element of fear, so to say, when you're listening to all the Vedanta Vakyas of Aham Brahmasmi and I am Atma Brahma, when we are so kind of entrained and identify ourselves with the Jagat, with the current, with the world and our body, there is that little fear, what after that realization, what happens after? There's that element of fear.
What happens after realization?
Yeah.
Wow. That is a misplaced fear. That is a misplaced fear.
Then that will not be.
That has no legitimate existence. You are seeking Ananda. And when I indeed become an Anandi, what thereafter? You are an Anandi, you keep on smiling, laughing, loving everybody. There is no Dvesha Purusha for you, and everybody is a lovable person for you. And you see, in the entire Jagat, only yourself. You see in the entire Jagat, only Brahma. And you see yourself in Brahma. Then where is the fear? Where is the question of fear? Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha. The Chit Swarupaha has no place for fear. The Chit Swarupa has no place for fear at all. That kind of a fear, what happens after realization? That's a question. Yeah, some people will have.
So to get all this knowledge, we have Guru. This is one Manjusha ji is asking. So once we get Aham Brahmasmi, then is there any role for Guru? Then what is our work after realization?
That Nirvana Shatkam has said what? Nirvana Shatkam, is there any role for Guru? Has it not knocked down even the Guru? Has not the Shishya gone? What I am saying is...
Na bandho na mrityuhu guru na shishyaha.
Correct.
Chidananda rupa
Correct. All these slokas, when we learn, we must try to be the essence of those slokas. Like the fear which Brahmara has expressed, that will not happen at all. See, like one who wants to take to sannyasa, he may have fear as to what happens to his family, etc. That fear is perhaps legitimate. When I am trying for realization and I realize myself, afterwards what is the fear? No. No, there is no fear. You are sarvagataha. You are everywhere, including in fear. Right?
Yeah.
You are in Maya. Maya is in you. And Maya is Trigunatmikam. And fear is produced because of the three gunas. Is it not?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I think any other
question? However, to get that mumukshatva without a guru is impossible. So there, once you reach that stage of liberation, you and guru become one. There's no beda. That's what Gurudev has also said, and all the shlokas also say that. So till then, there is
you are talking
a
of
guru
moksha
is
or
essential.
You are talking of moksha or mumukshutva?
Moksha.
When moksha,
the ultimate liberation.
When you are talking of ultimate liberation, in that, your guru also is into that.
Yes. But only a guru can take you to that gate, isn't it?
Pardon?
Only a guru can liberate you, isn't it?
No, nobody liberates you. You have to liberate yourself. Because ajnana is yours, not guru's. Guru has his own ajnana. Yes or no? Guru has his own
Guru has no ajnana.
You have a piece of ajnana, Guru has another piece of ajnana. Your ajnana you have to remove. Nobody can put a hand on your head and you will be liberated. No. Ajnana kalusham jivam, you are the jiva. You are smeared with a lot of mud in the head, and all that mud must be knocked off by your own self-effort. Your guru can guide you properly in proper direction for you to put in the self-effort. Effort you need to put in. No guru can give you moksha.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. We'll call it a day, Brahmara. Any other question? We'll take it up first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Fine. So those of you who still have questions that are to be asked, please either mention in the WhatsApp group or note it down. You can ask tomorrow. I think Bela also had a question. Maybe we'll take it tomorrow.
Yeah. Please don't mistake me.
Yeah.
We have almost 10 minutes past the 8 o'clock. There may be a lot of people who will have other immediate works. We should not hold them up. Right? Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.